Hey, what's up, man? This your boy Roger Felton the Servant coming to y'all with another video again. Man, I want to speak about this. Like I said, man, in the kingdom of God, we have a lot of unfinished business in the kingdom of God. We have a lot of stuff going on with us. And, man, I just want to be the one to, give out my revelations and give out, any little wisdom that I get from God and, give it to you guys. So, the thing that's becoming a serious problem for not just y'all, but for me, myself, for everybody, we as a people have to stop asking God to handle business that's not His. We have to stop asking God to handle business that's not His. A lot of us are doing this in the kingdom of God, and honestly, asking God to handle business that's not His is not going to get you nowhere because it's not His business. I'm going to repeat that. Asking God to handle business that's not His is not His business, so you're not going to get anywhere. He's not going to do anything. This examples of what's going on right here in the kingdom. So let's just keep it real. Us as humans, we're complicated but yet simple. Almost everybody on this planet pray for almost the same thing. Almost everybody, let's keep it real. Almost everybody pray for almost the same thing. It's not too many rare prayers that God probably even see. It is not too many rare prayers. People either praying for money, power, a husband, or a wife. Are they praying that somebody get healed? Are they praying that God heal them or something? Or, they praying for crazy stuff like cars, houses, money, etc. Okay, cool. Let me explain something to y'all. Your finances, that ain't got nothing to do with God, bro. That don't have nothing to do with God. A lot of people say it do. Well, I beg differ. I don't believe that my financial situation has anything to do with God. I just truly don't believe that. Your financial situation don't have nothing to do with God. See, God did His part already. God did His part. A lot of us, ain't nothing wrong with us. Ain't nothing wrong with us. Most lazy people are not handicapped. Most lazy people have good 20/20 vision. Most people who don't want work have their legs, their arms, their hand. They have energy. So God is already blessing you with all the attributes for you to go out there and go get something and make your finances better. God gave us a brain to think to make our finances better. So when we spending money on things that we're not supposed to be spending money on and doing things we're not supposed to be doing with our money and making our financial situation worse, that's on us. That's on us to think and stop doing what's making us as a people dead broke. That's on us. That don't have nothing to do with God. So when you say a prayer to God about, oh, God, make my finances better, make my finances better, make my finances better. I wanna stop being broke. God not gonna answer that prayer. He ain't answering it. God do not operate off of prayers that don't make sense. Because God's sitting up there looking back like, damn, remember I gave you that financial blessing? Remember you got your check and you did this with it? You did that with it? Trying to follow the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what we be getting caught up in. We watch this stuff on social media, on TV, and we imitate it. And it don't do nothing but keep us at the bottom, dead broke. That's all that it does. Everybody received financial blessings, man. Everybody didn't got their hands on money before. Everybody didn't got checks. Now, what you did with it, that's your business. So if you got money and you doing your thing, cool then, cool. But if you go broke, don't be going up there begging God to fix your finances that you destroyed. You destroyed your finances. You spent all that money. You destroyed it. That don't have nothing to do with God. That don't have nothing to do with God. If your rent too high, go handle your business. You know what you got to do. You got to go find another high paying job, better job. Or you got to work another one, or you got to start a business. You got to go out there and figure it out. Because God, let me tell you something about God. God is not your caretaker. He's not gonna sit up here and baby you and rock you all the way through life. It ain't gonna happen. Y'all know God don't operate like that. You could tell God don't operate that by what's going on right in front of your own very eyes. God is about hard work. God is about making strong people. God is about you struggling and striving and getting what you want out of life. You know God ain't in the business of handing nobody nothing. You ain't doing nothing for God for him to hand you something. You ain't fasting, you ain't praying, you ain't cutting off your toxic friends, you ain't cutting off your toxic wife. We ain't cutting off them people that's in our life like that. We ain't cutting off mama, we ain't cutting off toxic dad, nobody. We ain't cutting off nobody. We ain't praying enough. We not being slow to anger. We not following everything in that Bible, man. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and play games with people. I'm keeping it 100. Man, probably 98% of people that's on this earth right now, what are you doing for God just to hand you something? Are you being nice to people? Are you forgiving people who hurted you? No. We ain't forgiving people who hurted us. That ain't how we roll in this generation. That ain't how we roll. That ain't how we roll. You can't stop lying. You can't stop cheating. You can't stop lusting. You can't stop none of this stuff. But you want God to hand you something. God not handed nobody nothing in this generation. That's why we stay working. See, the people back then who was following God a long time ago, they didn't work that much. They didn't go through what we go through. They didn't have no internet, cable bill, light bill. They wasn't paying no high rent like we paying. It was affordable back then. But now, oh, we working. We working. Reason why we working, because God not about to hand nothing down to us. He ain't about to hand nothing down with us, because you who looking at this video, you ain't going to do the right thing with your money anyway. We don't do the right things with our money anyway. So he ain't about to hand nothing to us, so you got to work for what you want. You got to obtain your blessings from God. You got to work and work for your blessings with God. It's the same thing. Oh, you want a girlfriend? You want that special girl? You want that special dude in your life, lady? You want a husband? You want a wife? That's not coming down to you. You didn't do nothing for God to just bless you like that and just send you a great husband or a wife. You got to go out and go work and go find her. That ain't none of God's business. That ain't got nothing to do with God no more. Because you not obeying him enough for him to just easily just put something in your hands like that. So that don't have nothing to do with God. You can't find a girlfriend, that don't have nothing to do with God. You can't find a husband, that don't have nothing to do with God. You got to go out there and go find them. And not only that you got to find them, you got to change your ways up. You got to change your ways up. You can't get in no relationship acting crazy. You can't get in no relationship punching holes through the wall. You can't do that. You have to clean yourself up first. Then you have to go find your good woman. You have to take care of your personal hygiene first before you could go find a woman. That's you. You got to handle your business. You got to handle your business. You tired of working 9 to 5s? You tired of being on the clock? You tired of getting paid minimum wage? You want to be a boss and all this and that? Well, you got to do what bosses do. You got to handle your business. You can't go cry to God. Bosses don't cry to God. A lot of them don't even believe in God. Those people who own all these big companies, they don't believe in God. They believe in themselves. Let's keep it 100. They don't believe in God. They believe in themselves. They ain't waiting on God. You think the owner of Amazon was waiting on God to give him all that? No. He went out there and went to go get it. You think the owners of Nike and all these big companies waited on God? No. They went out there and went to go get it. They didn't rely on God. And that's what we missing in the kingdom of God. Yes, believe in God. Yes, worship God. But don't put all that weight on God, expecting for him to just throw you stuff and throw you things. That's not how this gonna work down here. Y'all not anointed like that. Y'all don't have the power over y'all life like Enoch. Y'all don't have the power over y'all life like Moses when he got acquainted with God. Y'all don't have the power over y'all life like Joshua. Hell, it's almost impossible to get that type of power over your life in this generation because there's too many things that's distracting us and pulling us away from God. Look what we got down here. We got the movie theater, we got the TV, we got cable, we got internet. You know what I'm saying? We got the beaches, we got people traveling, going out of town, we got amusement parks. We have entirely too many things going on in this generation for God to really bless us like that. Man, you would have to move out in mountains somewhere and seclude yourself from the whole world just to get God to hand you stuff and give you stuff. Other than that, you ain't getting nothing like that from God because let's keep it real. Nobody wants to do it. Me, you, nobody wants to go away from their family, go away in the mountain and just spiritually get with God. It's sad, but that's just the truth about what's going on. I didn't come here to lie. I came here to just tell the truth. So that's what I'm saying. We have to work for what we want. So don't blame God, man, and don't put God all in your business. Don't have God, don't be blaming God for something you got to go get out there and handle. God gonna do his part by giving you the strength and the knowledge and the wisdom. He gave us all that stuff. We just don't use it. We just don't use it. So he did his part. Now we got to handle our business. Y'all know faith without works is dead. Y'all know that one. Everybody quote that. That's true. Faith without works is dead. It's dead. So we got to get out there and get on our grind. You want a nice car? You want a nice big house? You want a loyal white brother? You want all this stuff? Cool then. God said you could have that. You just got to put him first. God don't care about that. God said you could have that. Put him first. And lead them people in the world alone. But you got to go work for that. You got to put in the work for that. You can't be sitting praying around looking for something to fall out the sky because that don't work down here like that no more. Those days are over with. Those days are over with. You got to pray. You say, bro, to be honest with y'all, you might have to pray for like you might have to pray for a few years now before God really just answer your prayers now. You probably got to pray for a few years now before God answer your prayers now. See, I know the truth. I know the truth. I know the truth. I ain't saying your prayers are a waste of time, but I'm just letting you know, and I'm honestly being real. Your prayers might not come true until a few years. I'm being honest with you. You looking at this video, if you keep praying and you consistently waiting on God, and you not getting up, making it shake for yourself, man, that stuff probably not gonna come true until probably 5 through 10 years. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest with you. God is not in the business of giving handouts to any one of us like that. Cause we not built like that for him to do that. We ain't putting in that type of work, man. So Reppin4Gesus, I just wanted to be honest with y'all. Stop putting God in business that's not his. You got to go out there and handle your business. God gave you the strength. He gave you a brain to think. A lot of y'all not handicapped. Ain't nothing wrong with y'all. You got your legs. We got our arms. We got to stop this in the kingdom of God, y'all. We got to stop blaming God for stuff that we have control over. So I'm Reppin4Gesus and I'm gone.